Okay, this is kind of a project that I've taken on. We need, you can't hear back there? I think it needs to go higher up here.
Just talk louder.
Well, can you hear it back there now?
Talk louder.
I don't know what's wrong with my voice. It doesn't carry. Can you hear it now? No? Now. All right. Okay. Chuck gave a talk at our first rally, and he indicated that the American government is like a train heading for a cliff. And the Democrats wanted to go 60 miles per hour toward the cliff, and the big government Republicans 20 miles per hour. We don't want it to go over the cliff. We want to turn it around. And it's a bad cliff. It's a cliff of European welfare state type policies, with all the things that it brings, with the debt economy, the chronically high unemployment, the massive crushing national debt, other things it has too, group identity politics, rule by an elite, and riots among the disenfranchised groups that don't feel they're getting enough. And we don't want any of that. We need to change direction, and this is one of the ways to do it. It's not the only way to do it. There are phone banks going right now at the Republican headquarters. They can hook you up and you can call from home for issues 2 and 3. But one of the things we can do is have people run for Central Committee. Now, Central Committee and Precinct Committeemen are the same thing. What? I haven't gotten there yet. This goes on all the time. You can do it for either party, for the party that you voted in the last primary where you declared a party preference. A lot of us are Republicans, but we have Democrats here too. If you're an independent, you can't really do this. You have to declare a party and then you can do it next time. Changing direction is going to require a lot of different things. Becoming precinct committeeman, you get to have an influence and a say on what the party does, who it endorses, who it runs as a candidate, and who are in positions of leadership. I think it's a very good thing to do. Many people think it's like a scary thing to do. It really isn't. I had no idea what I was doing. And I just simply prepared a little flyer on my home computer saying I was a Tea Party Republican, I was for, you know, the stuff on the back of the shirt, limited government, etc., free markets, and I handed it out. And I went door to door, and I didn't hit everybody. The weather was bad. I hit like, I don't know if I even hit half of the people, but there was a big, big impact. People came to the polls with that thing folded up and voted for me. Now I had a candidate who actually campaigned against me when she figured out that I was going door to door. She had been in about, I don't know, 30, 40 years, and she lost pretty convincing. I got about 60% of the vote. Now, you can do that too. It's not hard. It's really not that hard. In many precincts, there are no committeemen, and you can pick your party. Many of them are vacant. By simply putting your name on a piece of paper that I will give you and signing it, you will become a precinct committeeman. I have a lot of friends in the Democratic Party, and I know some of them do campaign. Usually they're not opposed. Within the Republican Party, I was shocked at how many people don't do anything to campaign. They don't even show up for the Central Committee meetings, and they do nothing. I don't know why they bother to put their name down, unless it's bragging rights to their relatives or something. I can't figure it out. But I do know that if you go door to door and they don't, you will beat them. And it's really not that hard. I'm going to have a meeting October 17th at the Stadium Grill, which is a little restaurant type thing on Tyler Boulevard on the south side, I'll repeat this, in a strip mall just west of Route 615. And I have some cards now. Someone was nice enough to print them for me. And I'll hand those out, and if you can't make the meeting, just give me a call. But if you're at all interested in running, you're not going to be pressured in any way, but just come to the meeting. Because I think we can dominate the culture of the Republican Party, and we can restore the Democratic Party to more a kind of a patriotic, blue-collar, traditional values type thing, instead of the arrogant elitists that we have now who are embarrassed to wear an American flag pin and have to apologize for America and don't seem to be patriotic and are, turn their noses up at everybody. Because the Democratic Party is, I was a Democrat for many years. It's like a, I don't know, it's like, it's schizophrenic. It's got like two huge blocks. One is the arrogant, what they call now white-collar gentry, which are the liberal elitists, the know-it-alls. And the other is simply the normal, solid citizen workers, many of them blue-collar, many of them union, many of them anti-business in some of their attitudes, but normal people. And if you join the Democratic Party, you can help influence them. I mean, if we had both parties doing the right thing, we couldn't lose. Now, again, the meeting will be October 17th at 6:30 at the Stadium Grill on Tyler Boulevard, which is on the south side of Tyler Boulevard. Just as you go to Tyler Boulevard from 615, you turn west, and it's the second block of buildings on the south side.
That's Monday night, right?
17th? What is it, it's a Monday? Yeah, it was the only night they were available. Come, I mean, I'll help you do it, I'll show you how I did it. It's not hard. You don't argue with people, you just go door to door, and if people aren't receptive, you say, sorry, feel that way, and go on and find people that you do. That's all you need to do, and you will win.
Okay, thank you, Greg, and recognizing that that isn't necessarily something for everybody, but those of you that are interested, even if you may not do it, but if you're interested at all, come to that meeting, get a hold of Greg, and let him know of your interest. It's one of the ways in which we can make a difference in Lake County. Okay, I'd just like to get a show of hands. How many of you that are here tonight did not come to the rally on the 17th and were not at our organizational meeting last week? So this is your first time. Okay, thank you very much. I appreciate very much your coming out tonight. You have an opportunity to be part of a group that wants to make a difference in Lake County. Okay, just a few wrap-up items here tonight, and then if you have questions still for Mr. Eklund or Mr. Albright, they'll be available for those. But as indicated tonight, we need to get information out and support issues, the passage of issues 2 and 3. As Mr. Eklund so well pointed out so many times tonight, voting yes on issue 2 is supporting issue 2. We have available opportunities to make phone calls from a phone bank at the Republican headquarters in downtown Paynesville. Very easy to do. Also, if you don't want to make the calls from there, contact Sue Bentley in the back, or just call the Republican headquarters, and we can make arrangements. You can make the calls from home. If you have a cell phone, home phone, you can make those calls from home. It's a local call to the phone bank, and you can make those calls. Those calls are, you basically have a script in which you ask people to support those issues and record that information in the phone bank. Now, I didn't talk to Bill about the door-to-door, but I think there's an opportunity to do door-to-door, in particular in your neighborhoods, and we'll get information available on that. And we really want to encourage everybody to do what we can to get these issues passed for Ohio. These are important issues. Issue 2, something that really wasn't mentioned tonight, is it helps to cut that tie between union dues, which come from taxpayer dollars.